As we work through this game today, those of us here at TSSR Game Time Live would like you to keep the family, friends, and teammates of Landon Cromer in your thoughts and prayers. Landon was lost at the age of 14 earlier this week, and his teammates, his school, his friends, and his family have been dealing with that all week long. We want them to know, and everyone else to know, that our thoughts and prayers are with the Cromer family, and we ask you to join us in this moment of silence as we work through today's game.
This past week, one of our neighbors from Macomb High School experienced the loss of a student. Landon Cromer was a classmate, teammate, and a friend. Even though we wear different colors, tonight we are all Bomber strong. Would you please join us in a moment of silence to honor his memory? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. May I direct your attention to the Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen and ladies, please remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Hello and welcome as we get set for the next week of high school football here. First home game and homecoming for West Prairie Southeastern as the Cyclones will take on the Patriots from Peoria Heights. I'm Ken Suter alongside Wayne Hoy on the camera for tonight. So Wayne, another West Prairie game. Got to see the last one at Galva, of course, and the one up at Rockford Christian Life last week. What do you think we're going to have this week here as they look for another win?
Well, I'm excited to be back on the home field. I think we're going to have a great game, honestly.
This West Prairie team, especially up front, is just dominating with their defense and offensive line, especially if you can get a nice fullback dive going. That's McCormick's bread and butter. That's where he wants to go to straight early as we start off this West Prairie Southeastern stream, brought to you by MDH as well as MTC, as McDonough Telephone Cooperative. We'll get set here for the kickoff. They're going to do a quick kick already, lays it down, and gets a hold of it and down at the 47-yard line. Nice way to start it out for West Prairie, able to pay attention and get that one in. Turns the corner. I do believe that was Xavier Hilton as he was able to grab it. So great field position for this West Prairie Southeastern team to start out.
I've never seen a kickoff quite like that.
Well, that's what a lot of teams do. You know, you get in your huddle, you give where you're kicking to and what you're setting up, so that lulls the other team into complacency, so you're able to get that going. Sweep right side as Xavier Hilton breaks a few tackles, gets a nice gain of about 4.
Also, I'm not as familiar with 8-man football, but I don't believe that went past 10 yards. Is that different in 8-man?
What Wayne is referring to is our down marker down there was about, I had a 4, looked like a little bit of an offsides there, about everybody. Didn't call anything, but it is what it is. A gain of about 3 on the rush. It's number 40, Brigham Gray. So third, and we'll give it about 4. New scoreboard here for West Prairie this year. Did not know that was the case. I just turned the corner when we were setting up here, and I went, hey, that looks pretty good. I formation, and it's a miscalculated sweep, and it will be a fumble recovered by by Peoria Heights Quest. Just Peoria Heights, I do believe. If anybody in the chat here knows if they are co-opted or not anymore, I do not rightfully remember. It's one of those things that you'd think that I'd look up before I started announcing, but had to write a paper this morning before I went to work and then had to rush over, shower real quick, and change. I didn't even eat supper on the way.
You don't have that long drive excuse like you did last week.
Nope, I tell you, it's nice to be able to come right here from work instead of going 3.5 hours up to Rockford. Hoping for the same result, though, as they get maybe a yard on the carry, as the fullback dive doesn't go anywhere. 76, that is Tim Lyon on the rush, the sophomore. And they'll give it a gain of about 1. Yeah. Oh, we've got Greg out here on PA doing math now. This will be fun to try and listen to. Double tight I formation. Goes right and completely picked up and stymied by this defense. A tackle for loss by Clayton Hunt. Dominguez on the carry. Loss of, multiple, as they're going to give him about a loss of 5 or 6. $9.50 remaining. Here, third and long. See what this Peoria Heights team does. At any rate, here at homecoming for West Prairie Southeastern. Looking to pass as they'll go right side, rolls, launches that way across the body, and he's able to incomplete as he can't keep a hold of it. Cam Kramer able to knock into Finn Heath on the reception attempt. Looked like he almost had it, turned the corner, and just that last little bit made him lose it. Man, that would have been a great catch for him and a great pass as well. You know, rolling right, cross body left, about to get tackled on this great defensive front that the Cyclones have. And it'll be a 4th and long.
That's why it's definitely important to play every last second of the defense, every play.
So it looks like they'll be going for it. And it'll be 2-man wide, 2-man tight, open slot. Looking for the hard count, can't get it. And oh my gosh, this defensive, he's got him on ice skates. He's going to look to throw, launches it way underneath, and Cam tips it incomplete, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And you just can't do much of that. Cameron Williams, the quarterback, senior, trying to get around and get anything out of it, and just underthrew it a little bit on that defensive rush, as Mikey Kitch, especially on that left side, completely shut down any chance he had rolling right. So starting out second offensive drive, hoping for a better result at about the 47-yard line. I formation, it'll be a handoff. And oh my gosh, Cam Kramer, he gets all the way down the right side. He's got one man to beat, and he does. Touchdown for the Cyclones. Cam Kramer, and I'm going to have to watch that one back because I don't know. I don't know if that was a planned quarterback keeper or he just accidentally held onto the ball on the handoff. That fullback dive completely fooled me. I didn't even see him down the right side.
It did look like a little bit of a muffled play, but you gotta make happen with what you're given.
I'd tell Coach McCormick, put that one into the playbook. It obviously works.
Yeah, right into the saddlebag.
You and your saddlebags. Don't know if you're going down the trail for a nice stop at the tavern out of the OK Corral or what. 6-0 your score as we get set for the two-point conversion attempt. Cam Kramer sends a man in motion. That's Hilton, and it'll be a shovel pass, and that gets past one and in for two. On the rush, number 45, Aiden Akers, makes it an 8-0 game early. 9:12 remaining here in this first quarter. Your West Prairie Southeastern Cyclones lead the Peoria Heights Patriots 8-0.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
After the touchdown, Cyclones look to kick it off. They'll set it on the left hash, 9:12 remaining. Getting set to kick, Austin Nelson. As he booms it middle, drops, and they're able to pick it up about the 21-yard line. Gets middle section, gets past two, gets past three, and finally tackled. Almost loses the ball, able to keep a hold of it, though, on the rush. That is number 15, Cameron Williams, the quarterback. And a nice gain by West Prairie South, Peoria Heights. I'm so used to saying such good things about West Prairie that I forget that there's another team out there.
And they've been on the road, so the white jerseys don't really help it either.
It is odd. You know, I've played, of course, Peoria Heights has been in our conference my entire life, growing up and playing in Bushnell. It is odd seeing them in white and blue with no red on them, as they get pretty much a gain of one, if anything, on that fullback dive, completely stopped. But underneath, you can see some of their undershirts. The players down there are in the red. The cheerleaders in all red uniforms. But it always just seems a little weird. I always think Peoria Heights is red and blue.
Decided to change it up this year. Doesn't never hurt anybody.
8:30 remaining in this game. Brought to you by my McDonough Telephone Cooperative. This West Prairie game stream is made possible by McDonough Telephone's fiber internet. McDonough Telephone offers lightning-fast and reliable fiber internet, video, phone, and camera systems to the McDonough County area. Call 309-776-3211 to check your availability. Man in motion, a legal shift will most likely be the call. We'll see. Delay of game, so moving back 5 and try it again. So a 2nd and 14 for the Patriots. Like always, we do have our live chat open here on YouTube. We thank you all for watching for the homecoming game, as West Prairie leading so far, hoping to continue that lead throughout the rest of this one. Looking to pass, and that is gone. Oh. I tell you, man, take the sack at that point, man. You cannot let that ball fly up because you got West Prairie team players all over that could have picked that one off.
You can't risk the pick, and you don't want to risk a fumble call.
That too, as that could go backwards. And, you know, if you're flailing your throwing arm like that while you're getting thrown down, who knows, one little bad wrong fall and you're Aaron Rodgers for the rest of the year. Third and long, I formation. It's going to be a sweep to the left. Juice past one and tackled down from behind. Nice pickup on the tackle. So he can turn around and figure out who he is. 44. That's it. Carter hits on it. All right, so 4th and long. 7:40 remaining. You'll probably see the punt team come out. It's got a little bit of a switch. Down deep to return is Xavier Hilton. And set to punt are the Patriots. I want to roll lower, a low roller. As Hilton can't get a hold of it, he's got to fall down. He fumbles it again. Fall down on the ball. There we go. There we go. Secure the ball. The biggest thing on the punt, man, you've got to secure that ball. As the Cyclones will get started at about the 21-yard line for their third offensive drive. This game also brought to you by the Sports Corner at 124. Macomb's original local sports bar is the Sports Corner at 124, with a focus on local sports. Catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live, presented by MDH events, live at the Sports Corner 124. All the while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. Sweep right once again, gets past 3 or 4 lines of people, gets down to a 30-yard line, so a gain of about 9. So a 2nd and 1 after the rush by Xavier Hilton.
Hilton always seems to power through the first 2 tackles at minimum, and around the 3rd or 4th usually gets brought down after a good gain.
Well, you know exactly what hole he's going to hit. This offensive line is able to really let him go through. Not a lot of, oh, man, I need to pick up slack here. I'm going to keep on moving and lower a hole. Able to keep that hole open, able to bust through and just run downhill. Sweep left side as he's going to go through. Trips this time, but does get the first down. And you could see some great blocking, especially when they're running this side. That's why he's able to hit those holes so open. They have that trap on that far side. Into the game, Austin Nelson, the sophomore running back linebacker combo, also the kicker. And Austin Nelson has some great runs up front as that fullback. Most likely we'll see him in that role once again. Well, I formation, so technically he's a running back, but the way he runs, it is a full back. Sweep right this time. He's going to push through 1, gets about a gain of 3. Guess I'm going to have to eat my words as Nelson sets up in the running back position and runs the sweep right. And this is just classic Coach McCormick. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep on rolling. We're going to roll right a few times, hook it left for a big gain, and just keep it working. 2nd and about 7. .5:30 remaining here in 1. I formation as he gets a nice stick. And he'll have to watch that one on the tackle. That was Darian Jones. And it looks like he perfectly planned that blitz.
There was nowhere for him to go. That was almost like hitting a brick wall there.
He definitely planned that blitz because he definitely stepped off sides. He was already in a not even out. He was out of the stance, halfway stood up, perfect right there. Didn't go over the line, so they didn't call it. But, man, he got lucky with that one. Great job by him, though, when he did realize he had the mistake. Just go with it. Just go with it. Finish the play. So, 3rd and about 9. Shotgun formation, man in motion. That is Nelson. Looks to pass. Cam Kramer lays it out, and he's getting held. Throw the flag, ref. Throw the flag. I could see it from here, man. So it'll be 4th and long for West Prairie. I mean, I don't like to complain sometimes, but, I mean, you could see it pretty clearly. A blue glove holding on to a black jersey. That's going to be able to see some rippage. At any rate, 4th down, looks to punt. That's a punt, Wayne. You got to show the punter. There we go.
I was working on it.
I still love calling every punt because our German friend Timon was doing camera for us one day and didn't realize what a punt was and sat there staring at me looking so confused on why somebody was standing all the way back there.
Well, I will say with the Cyclones, they do stand a good ways back. It's hard for me to find them on the viewfinder here.
Well, you know, you got an entire field right in front of you. You can use your eyes.
I can, but I got to make sure it comes up on the viewfinder.
So they pin him back deep at about the 24, 25-yard line. We'll go with 24. 1st and 10 for the Patriots, looking to get on the board for the first time today.
Cyclones already have had 2 great looks on defense, hoping to make it 3.
In with the play comes in Finn Heath, the intended receiver on the 4th and long pass on their first drive. Double tight, 1 man with him in a shotgun formation. Seen a few formations. It's going to be a keeper right side, and he's got 3 men to tackle. And down, a loss of 3 on the run. Clayton Hunt in there with Carter Hitz and a few others as they are able to get another tackle for loss on the run. Looking to pass. He's going to let that one fly, and that's tipped around and down, incomplete. .342 remaining here in this first quarter. 3rd and long. Once again for the Patriots. And they just can't really seem to get anything going.
The defense has definitely given the quarterback the business these last few looks we've had.
That great rush really disrupting any plans they have for passing the ball, and running isn't doing too much better. So it looks like they'll try and probably go right back to the pass. 2-man wide, and we're talking about wide here on this right side. It's going to be a drive, and he's going to just be an open man, launches it. And incomplete. Just a little bit too far ahead of Jaden Dominguez, the intended receiver. And now 4th down once again. .334 remaining here in first as they get back to a 4th down once again. We'll see what they tend to do with it. Looks like they are ready to punt. Xavier Hilton back to receive here in Bauman Field. High snap this time. He's able to get it off. A line drive, little warbler of a punt as it reaches the 45-yard line as they drop it down. And another offensive drive for the Cyclones as they'll attempt to get a better result from the last time. .325 remaining in this first.
If they can match the defense's energy here, I don't think we'll be waiting too long till they get in the end zone. 1st
and 10, I formation. Cam Kramer, as that one's on the ground, might be picked up, and it looks like they're rolling for it. You know, you got to watch out as they take out the legs of one intended player. Fighting for it, and they'll say it was a fumble going towards Peoria Heights. So scratch that, reverse it, and we'll try again. Peoria Heights ball. And nobody knows what's going on. Referees haven't. They placed the ball. They didn't switch out the ball. They'll say it is Cyclones ball. So that's a little confusing, as you had one referee that was pointing towards the other side. Either that or I'm somehow blind and he pointed to the wrong side, and I thought he was pointing to the wrong side. At any rate, 2nd and long. It's going to be a keeper. Cam has one man to beat. Oh, my Lord. As he's almost taken down by his face mask. Didn't see anything there. And a loss of another 3, so another 3rd and long for the Cyclones. So, 3rd and long. Shotgun formation, 2-man wide. Hilton in motion. It'll be a shovel pass, and they get past 1, get past 2. Carter hits on the rush, but can't get much anything else. It is going to be a 4th and about 13 with 2:22 remaining here in this first quarter. There will be a punt for West Prairie. Right side, he gets it off. A nice kick there. Received at about the 25 and tackled down at the 30. Great coverage by the Cyclones to once again pin them back deep. And just another offensive drive that is just stymied by just a little bit of miscommunication on the second fumble. Excuse me, I'm thinking of the last drive. This one was just a little bit of bad luck, as it couldn't get much going any time. 1st and 10. Looks like they're going to power left it. Hands it off fullback, and they get barely a yard on it again. Fullback dive not doing much of good for the West Prairie South. Peoria Heights. Man, I think it was just because we announced them in the white uniforms last week, as this is their first home game, that I'm just so used to seeing white uniforms go with West Prairie.
I totally understand that confusion. I've been kind of letting you call it.
Wayne, you've been confused most of your life.
It happens.
Another fullback dive. This one getting a little bit more yardage as a gain of about 2 or 3. So it'll be 3rd and 6. .43 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. Patriots just trying to get something going. 3rd and 6. Shotgun formation, 2-man tight, 2-man next to him. They're going to go wide, and he launches that one. Wide open area. Catch down at the 40 to the 30. Xavier Hilton trying to get him, and he doesn't, as he'll go in for the long touchdown. Patriots get on the board with the giant pass gain. And we'll see if they are able to tie it up with a 2-point conversion. And already we've kind of seen this year that the secondary has really been an issue with them, especially anytime there is a blitz, as he was able just to smoke on past and get a nice handle on the ball.
Well, with an aggressive defense like the Cyclones, the blitz really does work for them until you get plays like that where it's just one odd man out in the middle of the field.
So, set up for a 2-point conversion. You're going to look to pass again, and they're going to try and jump pass it. Couldn't get a hold of it. At any rate, it is incomplete and cannot get the 2-point conversion. 8-6 your score as the Cyclones lead the Patriots. Ooh, a little bit of flashbacks of last week as 8-6 was the score for most of the game down at Rockford. Hopefully looking for a better game than that one here at Scioto.
I like to make time for my patients. I don't ever want anyone to feel rushed. I'm happy to sit and talk for as long as they need. And sometimes that puts me behind in my schedule, but I think it's worth it. People know if they need me that I'll be there.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to Bauman Field here at West Prairie Southeastern's homecoming. 8-6 as the Patriots get on the board. This game brought to you by McDonough District Hospital. McDonough District Hospital Athletic Trainers, the MDH Rehabilitation Center, with locations in Bushnell and Macomb, provide expert help to Cyclone student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at MDH.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. Gets a decent gain there as he gets to the 35-yard line. Cyclones get set up with 9 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And I tell you, Wayne, I don't want to toot my own horn, but toot. I read that entire ad read off of memory. That's how many times I've had to say those exact words for most of our games here.
We can get you a cookie.
Well, maybe. I already bought you chocolate milk on the way here.
I didn't know it was mine.
Launches it. That's wide open. Catches it and down the sideline. And before the end of the first quarter, we've got another Cyclone touchdown. Cam Kramer launching that towards Aiden Akers on the right side as the Cyclones get back up on the board. So, that's a quick one there. As now everybody's having a little fun there on the sideline. Set for the 2-point conversion.
Reminds me a little bit of last week, the Eagle Rumble.
Oh, the Eagle Rumble. That was excessive. I mean, it wasn't too loud, but messed with our camera, sure enough. Shotgun formation. Cam Kramer, your quarterback, looking at Nelson and Xavier Hilton on the side. It will be Hilton with, and they go right back to that shovel pass. This one is blocked. So he can't dive in, and that'll be 14-6 as we get set for the second quarter here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
When my parents told me they'd be using Adams Experts, I felt a bit replaced. I mean, they always called me to remove their viruses or get their printer connected to Wi-Fi. He even set up their new Roku.
How do I adopt a new son?
But then he taught me a few things. And now, we're like tech brothers.
Adams Experts. Repair, maintenance, and setup for all your home technology needs.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
As we get set for the second quarter here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Another quick kickoff after the touchdown pass. It's going to be a roller down to the 30-yard line. Can't get a hold of it. Finally picks it up. He goes right side and tackled down almost as they just stopped. Oh, my Lord. Finally tackled down at the 31-yard line, but you cannot trust that your teammate has finished the tackle, man. If he's able to stand him up, you got to be able to knock him down.
Absolutely. You can't risk something like that. Got to play to the whistle.
This game brought to you by Pawn Plus. Pawn Plus is proud to have served Macomb and the surrounding area for over 20 years, providing cash for most items of value. Pawn Plus is the area's largest seller of used items, including firearms. They also provide on-site jewelry repairs and are open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday. They have a great selection of jewelry, electronics, tools, and video games. Located at 324 West Jackson Street in Macomb, between Ayerco and Taco Bell. Long drive heading towards Pawn Plus as he gets a long gain of about 25. A little shaken up on the recovery. We'll see as they most likely will switch him out just to check up on him on the sideline.
Yeah, definitely a hard hit there. His legs went forward and his whole spine went the other way.
So first and 10 on the long run. Gets set offensively. A little bit of rush, other than that one long pass play. Not too much offensively from the Patriots today. Looks like the New England Patriots out there with no offense. And a timeout taken by Patriots. So we'll take a quick break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. Some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care. Some people like to take more of a holistic. And I just want to be able to make their plan.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH out of the timeout. And the sweep right, as it's a little bit of a low sweep, but that fools everybody as they'll get the first down and just a few more on the rush. As they're able to get nice contained, but not able to stop them. Pushed out on that right side. First down for the Patriots. Taking their time to get the play in. Set up. Looks like they might go shotgun once again. Oh, nope, back into the double tight I formation. 11 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Little miscommunication there, telling the fullback what to do. So it will be a sweep right. Gets past the fullback, cannot get the tackle, but there on a laser drive is Brody Cordell to tackle him out of bounds, and a loss of about 2. Second and about 12. So say they lost 2. Sweep doing a little bit better for him. As couldn't get much of anything going up in the middle. Especially on any fullback dives, which is not really working for him. Shotgun formation. 2 tight ends, 2-man wide. He gets set, looks to pass, and he's got Mikey Kitch unblocked, rolling right, directing traffic, and he's going to go for a rush and a gain of a nice 8 or so. Or 9. We'll say 9. That's the problem, man. If you're rushing the quarterback, when you get so far underneath, you want to keep that pressure on him for the sack, but if he's just a little bit more agile than you got to really make sure he does not get sidelined, because you are that contained man. If he's going to rush, you just got to make sure he rushes in towards the middle, because that's where your teammates are. 3rd and short. I formation, probably going back to that fullback dive, and we'll see if they're able to get the 1. Indeed they do, and a nice gain of maybe 4. So that'll be another Patriots first down. This game brought to you once again by Adams Experts. Looking for top-notch local computer sales and repair services? Call Adams Experts in Quincy at 217-214-3423 for fast, friendly, and affordable assistance. We make technology work. That's Adams Experts, your go-to when your computer goes down. A little bit of a fake out that did not fake out anyone as Clayton Hunt's able to get the sack. Looks like they went for the play action, and there was no action going. Loss of about, we'll go 5. 2nd and 15, 8:55 remaining here in this first half.
Defense now has just got to keep up that pressure they had in the first quarter. Hopefully stop them.
As I can see down there in the stands, the esteemed John Burton, our fellow commentator here on TSSR Game Time Live, and the long pass into the end zone as the Patriots get another point on the board. However, there is a flag in the backfield. Holding is the call, so take that back and move them back another 10 as Patriots, just a little bit of a miscommunication there on what could have been a really big play for them.
It's always the holding calls, the small things, flags like that can really disrupt your offense and change the entire game.
8:21 remaining in this first half. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining and a long drive as that was holding, spotted the foul, so it was even behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're at a 2nd and long. I don't want to do that math. I'd say almost a 2nd and 20, 25. Look at the pass. Let's let one go. And way out, and it's the same receiver. Jukes out 1, jukes out 2, jukes out 3, and he's got his face mask on there. Coach, what are you doing? As finally he's down. He stiff-armed him right in the face mask. So a long pass, first down. And a timeout taken by West Prairie to kind of shore up the defense. We'll take a break as well on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 1st and 10. After the timeout, it's going to be a big man carrying it down. Gets about 1 on the gain and not much else. Tim Lyon on the rush. I'd say maybe a gain of 1. 2nd down now. Still in the red zone. 7:30 remaining in the first half. It is homecoming, so at halftime we will have the normal homecoming festivities, I do believe. Have to see what Greg says. They switch out a few players. Substitution in, I do believe, right there. That is number 5, Robert Evans. 2nd and 9, Twins left. Tight end right, running back. Switching a little bit, seeing who's safety. And another timeout taken by Peoria Heights this time. So Patriots didn't like what they were seeing, and they're going to try and figure something else new. This game brought to you by Ron Ilby Auto Sales with locations in Macomb and Augusta with 80 years of car sales experience. Ron Ilby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit www.ilbysalescars.com to check out their inventory. Also brought to you by the Mudd Insurance Group. Thank you for tuning into this TSSR Game Time Live. Thank you for tuning into this game brought to you by TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. This coverage of Southeastern Suns football, West Prairie Southeastern Suns football, is brought to you by Mudd Insurance Group and Grinnell Mutual. Contact Mudd Insurance today for all of your home, auto, farm, commercial, life, health, and Medicare insurance needs. And live life knowing you're covered. Looking to pass, it's going to be a screen pass. They get upfield, a few blockers, and a decent gain. We'll see where they spot it down at. A gain of about 3 or 4. So 3rd and 5 on the 7-yard line. Cyclones looking to stop them defensively here. Have mostly everything locked in inside, but really have had an issue on sweeps and passes. Looking to pass once again, right to his favorite receiver, and that is just too high to get a hold of. Incomplete, intended for Finn Heath. And a 4th down. 14-6, 6 minutes remaining in the half. And 4th and 5 on the 6-yard line. So they do have a chance to get the first down if they can't get in. As they run the play in. You can really tell that they've had a lot better offensive drives here when they've taken their time and really made sure everybody knew what was going on. So looking like another pass. Probably going to head right back to Heath on the right side. Can't draw him off sides, and it's going to be a run upfield, and he cannot get it. And a turnover on downs, most likely. We'll see if they can get the first down. Looks short to me. And a turnover on downs, not exactly what they thought would happen on that play. So 1st and 10 for the Cyclones. But, man, they are deep in their own 4-yard line.
They just got to get into the groove, start stepping the ladder, and just take it upfield.
1st and 10, 5:51. You know, it kind of is weird. Our setup here is Wayne is on the camera outside as I'm inside running cords through, so I can't exactly see him. So we both have to sit there and wait to see if the other person's talking or not. If you hear any dead air, that's us not realizing who's going when. I formation, a gain of about 1 or 2. Very short gain. Gives them a little bit of a buffer to get out of the goal line. 5:30 remaining here in the second quarter. Back to the I formation, double tight. And once again, a gain of maybe 1 or 2. Not much happening for him. And that's a little bit better gain than I thought. We'll give him about 3. So a 3rd and 6 to go Here they're still deep in their own territory. So, Kramer back, shotgun. 2 men wide. Nelson in motion. Looking to pass, launches it wide open, and it's just a little bit underthrown, and he's able to go through. He's got 1 man on him, and he's just trucking down, gets another extra 7 or 8 yards. Has a nice pickup by Aiden Akers on the pass. And they just keep on trucking. Now they open up their full playbooks. They're not in the goal line set trying to get out of there. 1st and 10 on the 43-yard line.
I don't think we see too many Cyclone long passes.
Well, it's one of those things where if it's not broke, don't fix it. They keep on going through that run, helping them out. They go straight to the pass there when they feel like they need something big or just to mix it up. If you have too many people blitz in the box every single play, they go right back towards it, right over, and caught by Carter Hitz down the sideline to the 10 and in for the touchdown. Right in front of the Muffler Mafia down there, as you'll probably hear them as they start to roll up. Cyclones extend the lead 20-6. And that was about a 60 yard, 58, 59, something like that. 4:03 remaining here in this first half, 20-6, as they look to make it 22 on the 2-point conversion. As we got either a little bit of exhaust or bean dust. I don't think anybody's harvesting right now. As Kramer is going to have to throw it down on the attempt. Can't get the 2-point conversion, so 20-6 will be your score.
I could not quite make out where the ball was.
So with that, we'll take a break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets a much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, brought to you by Western Illinois University. At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't blend in because purple stands out. At WIU, there's limitless potential with campuses in Macomb, Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out. And what's standing out so far is this defensive line doing a great job over this entire game so far, really helping keep it down to only 6 points on the board. Set to kick off once again, as that is down to the 30 as it's going to roll almost out of bounds. A great kick picked up as he looks right, looks left, and it is going to be tackled down at the 17-16-yard line as they push him back to the 14, 13, 12. He gets all the way down to the 10. It will be forward progress, but a little bit of a push there. Loving it so far, as the Cyclones having a great time on the field today.
They had you practicing your numbers on that one.
Well, I kind of need to. No, haven't taken a math class in 6 years or something like that.
Yeah, probably pretty similar.
Who needs math, you know?
Other than the basics.
Well, yeah, you know, I can count.
I can recognize what a number is.
Wow, there's a lot of symbols on this field. I don't know what I'm doing. Is this hieroglyphics? 3:55 remaining. Looks the pass, lets that one fire, and just a little bit too far to the side for Finn to pick up. It'll be 2nd and 10. 3:50 remaining. Whistle blows once again. Official timeout. We're going to see.
Looked like the chain was tangled.
Yeah. See, you can't have that. You know, that's just one of those things, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't help as a measurement device if it's all tangled up. Well, I mean, Patriots wouldn't really mind here if it's about 1st and 8 instead of 2nd and 10. Shotgun formation, power right look as they hand it off on the reverse. Oh, man, and Mikey Kitch just has a flat tire out there as they get a nice gain of about 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. And Mikey had that thing completely scouted. Just couldn't keep a hold of it. As you can see that, you know, once that sun falls down, that dew comes right back out to play. .319 remaining in this first half. I formation. Looks like a sweep right side, cut block on the other side to stop that little drive, and it looks like a flag thrown, and they're going to be marking it back 10 to maybe 15, depending on the call. There's definitely a little bit of movement there on that cut block, so we'll see. Referee does call the hold, so there will be down 10 more yards from the spot of the foul. So, again, when the Patriots get a decent gain, just another hold to bring them back. Okay, so it'll be 3rd and about 14. They're going to try and get the down marker down to there. He doesn't know exactly what he's doing or going. There we get set. It looks like they're still working on the chains on that far side. So once that referee is ready to go, we'll be set for 3rd down. This game brought to you by McDonough District Hospital. Thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center as best of the best in McDonough County. Let their experience and dedicated sports medicine rehabilitation staff show you why MDH has been voted best of the best. 3 convenient locations serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. Clock stopped at 2:58, still working on that down marker. We'll take a quick break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on the field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
You get the opportunity to see so many different things that if you worked at a bigger hospital, you may not be able to see. You know, work is not just about the job, it's also about the people that work alongside you, and we have the best teamwork. They're like a second family. Sometimes you can't get that feeling other places.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on the field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
When my parents told me they'd be using Adam's experts, I felt a bit replaced. I mean, they always called me to remove their viruses or get their printer connected to Wi-Fi. He even set up their new Roku.
How do I adopt a new son?
But then he taught me a few things. And now, we're like tech brothers.
Adam's Experts. Repair, maintenance, and setup for all your home technology needs.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care, some people like to take more of a holistic, and I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, as they now have a completely brand new, well, I want to say brand new, it's been hanging out in the crow's nest for a good while, but some new flags out there, so they're able to get it going. Had a nice run for the athletic director to go down and get it, but 3 minutes to go. First half is Wayne. You can show the play. Hey, there we go. Thank you all for waiting here. As they'll run right. He's got wide open pass and just tipped by Cam Kramer to get his hand in there. Excuse me, that is Brody Cordell. It's the 3s and 5s. I tell you, it's always the 3s and 5s that gets me.
It happens.
Happens to the best of us. 4th and long. So you need a gain of about 15. So we'll see if they go to punt. They are heading back. Looking to punt is Augie Coleman. And Xavier Hilton set to receive. And it's going to be short. Bounces past the 40 and laid dead at about the 47, 48-yard line. Excuse me, I'm going the wrong way. It's at the 43-yard line. For the Cyclones offense, once again, 20-6 your score. As West Prairie Southeastern have really just kept it rolling after a few mistakes in that first quarter. First and 10. Kramer comes in with the play.
Great field position for the offense.
Set to go. Shotgun formation. 2 men next to him. It'll be a handoff to Hilton as Hilton is dragged down. Loss of about 3 on the play. Can't get much of anything going there. 2:29 remaining. Did not bite on that play action at all. Homecoming game once again. At halftime, we will have the court. There we go. Not the crown. I couldn't think of the name for it. We'll have the homecoming court go through. Shotgun formation, open tray, hands it. Oh, looks to pass it all the way down there, off just a bit, and intercepted. Pass is intercepted by 14, Kaysen Davis down there playing safety. And Cam just kind of let that one go a little bit too far left Launched it just a little bit late, and that'll be another offensive setup, the third turnover for this defense. Here with 1:54 remaining in the half. So they'll start down by about the 16, 17-yard line. Two-man wide for the Patriots, first and 10. Looking to pass. Mikey Kitch gets through, launches it way low, and picked off by Xavier Hilton. He's got blockers down the side. He's going to go back the other sideline, gets past everyone, arm tackles way out of the way, and he's finally tackled down by the 10-yard line. Great pickup on the interception. And we do have a player down for, as he's able to get back up. And does not look too serious, we hope. That is number 75, Lorenzo Washington, the senior. So, turn of events once again, as it'll be first and 10, 1:38 remaining at the, I'll give it to him, about the 13-yard line.
Play like that's got to bring some great motivation to the offense, especially starting at this field position.
Especially, you are winning, but still it's a game of momentum. You get that bad pick, and you go, oh, okay, we'll just have to get back. We'll just have to get back. Next play, you're able to come back and avenge what you just happened. And Cam looks to go, and it's just a little bit high of the intended receiver. That's Carter Hitz. As once again, the pull on the right side, the greatest placement ever for cameras.
Oh, absolutely.
Every time we play here. Always right there in the way of the end zone. 1:33 remaining. Great turnout tonight as we got folks all the way across from the end zone next to the concession stand all the way down to about the 40-yard line along the side. Shotgun formation, Twins, and it's going to be a handoff to Hilton. Hilton goes through. He's going to get through for the touchdown. Hilton makes it look easy as he's able to run through few players, and now up 20, looking to make it a 22-point lead for the Cyclones for the end of this first half.
Hilton definitely brings the skill and finesse to the offense that they just always so ever slightly need.
Set to go for this 2-point conversion. One of those trucks not sounding as impressive, not going to lie down there. As it's going to be a keeper. Cam gets past one, gets past two, and he runs on in for the 2-point conversion. There's nothing better when you got a bunch of trucks out there lined up, revving, all the different types of horsepower going through, and then you're the last one to start revving, and instead of the it's just a
I think it's a sedan out there.
Hey, you know what? Respect then.
Might be a coupe.
Hey, I was the kid that if we ever would do that, I'd have to do it in my white minivan, Elvira. So,
oh boy,
haps to the best. Hey, that front wheel, whew, that front wheel drive, I tell you, I couldn't go fast, but I got there eventually. We'll take a quick break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on-the-field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, brought to you by McDonough Telephone Cooperative. This West Prairie game stream is made possible by McDonough Telephone's fiber internet. McDonough Telephone offers lightning-fast, reliable fiber internet, video, phone, and camera systems to the McDonough County area. Call 309-776-3211 to check your availability. Now that one goes straight towards him. He muffs it, able to pick it right back up, drops to about the 30, tries to come back up. Mikey Kitch able to wrap around and take him down. Excuse me, that is 52, not 54. 52, Jono Nelson for the tackle. 28-6 your score. 1:18 remaining in this first half. Set up for the offense once again is Peoria Heights. Homecoming festivities happening right after the final bell here. Oh, whistle, excuse me. Switching around formations a little bit. Looks for Twins look. As he's got wide open space. Goes right side. Got a few to beat and finally tackled down. Right side at 1:10 remaining. And the first down for Peoria Heights.
You know, I don't know how it feels in the booth, but it's starting to feel like football weather out here.
Getting a little chilly out there?
Oh, just a little bit.
I mean, we can switch if you want to do all this camera work. Not camera, excuse me, computer work.
I think I'm good out here.
I got him, Kenny. First and 10 for the Patriots.
Never fails. Never fails.
First and 10, so we're going to look at left side Twins. They're going to switch it around a little bit, the defensive look. It's going to be a screen pass, picks it up, and he's going to run inside, gets a gain of about 4 before he is tackled down. Clayton Hunt in there with Xavier Hilton to take him down. With 30 seconds remaining, do believe they will get the ball back at the half, so they'll just wait it out and go for a one last go ride. Definitely have to watch out for Finn, number 2. He's going to be out here on the left side in the Twins. Been the main receiver for him. Looking to pass. Gets past one. He's got Carter hits. Almost tackles him. Does. Carter hits on the sack for 3, 2, 1. And a timeout taken just the last minute, I do believe. That is close. I heard the whistle at about the 1 second mark. Don't know if that was the timeout or not. We'll see. They did get the timeout on. We'll see what they set the clock back to. They're going to give him 3 seconds to work with. 3 seconds here for a Hail Mary before the end of the first half. This game brought to you by Pawn Plus. Pawn Plus is proud to have served Macomb and the surrounding area for over 20 years, providing cash to most items of value. Pawn Plus is that is so hard for me to say. Pawn Plus is the area's largest seller of used items, including firearms. They also provide on-site jewelry repairs and are open 9 to 5, Monday through Saturday. They have a great selection of jewelry. There we go. Electronics, tools, and video games. Located at 324 West Jackson Street in Macomb between Ierco and Taco Bell. 3rd and long. Hail Mary set up. 3 seconds to go. And it's going to be a hook and ladder. And that'll go. Can't get it to go. A nice attempt. Can't get it. So at the end of the first half, 28-6 your score. We'll keep it here for our halftime homecoming festivities, as we'll give it right back to Greg.
And now we'd like to introduce the 2022-23 King and Queen, Ava McKildren, Varsity, and Robin McKildren, and Tom Hall, football, and photographer. And now, my pleasure to introduce 2023-24 Western Homecoming King and Queen, Cleveland and Nelson. And we'll wrap up some of the homecoming activities from the parade today. Winner of the first competition, fourth place was freshmen, third place the sophomores, second place the juniors, and first place the seniors. Your Spirit Week winners, fourth place the freshmen with 18 points, third place with 32 points was the juniors, second place with 34 points was the sophomores, and the winners of Spirit Week, the seniors with 46 points. Congratulations to everyone on a great homecoming week. We did want to mention too the grand marshals of this year's parade, Scott Holder and Nancy Caliber.
Alrighty, and congratulations to all the court for the homecoming this year. 28-6. We got about 15 minutes still in this halftime. We're going to take a quick ad break here so I can run down and get supper. And we'll see you in about, I'd say, 7 minutes or so.
When my parents told me they'd be using Adam's Experts, I felt a bit replaced. I mean, they always called me to remove their viruses or get their printer connected to Wi-Fi. He even set up their new Roku.
How do I adopt a new son?
But then he taught me a few things. And now, we're like tech brothers.
Adam's Experts. Repair, maintenance, and setup for all your home technology needs.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. a short little office procedure and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care, some people like to take more of a holistic, and I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
When I walk in and talk to my patients, I like my patients first and foremost to feel comfortable. I like to keep it real with them. I like them to know that I'm there to listen to them and to help them understand some of the processes that they may be going through. The most rewarding aspect that I feel with caring for patients is when those patients come back in and they tell me how much better they feel for something that I have helped them accomplish in their healthcare.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on-the-field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
You get the opportunity to see so many different things that if you worked at a bigger hospital, you may not be able to see. You know, work is not just about the job, it's also about the people that work alongside you, and we have the best teamwork. They're like a second family. Sometimes you can't get that feeling other places.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
I like to make time for my patients. I don't ever want anyone to feel rushed. I'm happy to sit and talk for as long as they need. And you know, sometimes that puts me behind in my schedule, but I think it's worth it. People know if they need me that I'll be there.
When my parents told me they'd be using Adam's experts, I felt a bit replaced. I mean, they always called me to remove their viruses or get their printer connected to Wi-Fi. He even set up their new Roku.
How do I adopt a new son?
But then he taught me a few things. And now, we're like tech brothers.
Adam's Experts. Repair, maintenance, and setup for all your home technology needs.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH. they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care, some people like to take more of a holistic, and I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
When I walk in and talk to my patients, I like my patients first and foremost to feel comfortable. I like to keep it real with them. I like them to know that I'm there to listen to them and to help them understand some of the processes that they may be going through. The most rewarding aspect that I feel with caring for patients is when those patients come back in and they tell me how much better they feel for something that I have helped them accomplish in their healthcare.
And welcome to halftime here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. West Prairie game brought to you by MTC, Macomb, McDonough Telephone Co-op. As we do, finally here, we got it, the homecoming royalty here. Apparently the echo was just a little bit too bad, so we'll run it through here real quick. The freshman attendance was Isabella Bravo, daughter of Sam Logan, and Matthew Whitman, son of Alan and Jolyn Whitman. Sophomore attendance, Skylar Hunt, daughter of Jake and Kara Hunt, and Brody Cordell, son of Chad and Jen Cordell. Cordell already had a pretty good hit so far today here in the first quarter. Junior attendance, Lindsey Dunn, daughter of Gary and Jessica Dunn, and quarterback Cam Kramer, son of Megan Porter and Chris Weaver, and the late Eric Kramer. Senior attendance, Ava Beck, daughter of Alex and Lacey Beck, and Clayton Hunt, son of Jake and Kara Hunt. Clayton Hunt, another player that's been doing pretty great so far this game, especially on that defensive side. Claire Nelson, daughter of Todd and Megan Nelson, also a senior attendant, as well as Caleb Carson, son of Adam and Amy Carson. And the 2022-2023 homecoming king and queen are Ava Kilburn, and daughter of Shane and Robin Kilburn, and Trevin Qualls, son of Quentin Qualls and Sarah Hocrafer. Your 2023 and 2024 West Prairie king and queen are Clayton Hunt and Claire Nelson. And just because we got time, the winner of the floats in fourth place was the freshmen, third place the sophomores, second place the juniors, and first place the seniors. And the Spirit Week winner, fourth place with 18 points, was the freshman, third with 32 points, the juniors, second place with 34 points, sophomores, and the winners, seniors, with 46 points. And do let me know if I mispronounced a name or anything. I'm trying to read Greg's handwriting on a few of these, so we'll see if I messed up any time there. About 1:45 left in this halftime, as we'll check here in a little while. We'll have some halftime scores from around the area coming in. We got halftime a little bit faster than friends down at Bushnell. Chris Frankhauser on the call right now, as that's live on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm able to pull that up on the screen to get you that score. BPC playing their homecoming game right now against Metro East Lutheran, as at halftime it is 61-0. as the Spartans lead the Knights as the Cyclones come back onto the field looking to have the same amount of success that BPC apparently is having down. That's going to be a great win for them. As long as it stays a win. I'm not going to say I got to knock on wood for that one. As we look around through Sport Street, looking at about the half, Knoxville leading North Fulton, the LVC, 41-0. As West Central leading at the half against Calhoun, 24-13. Stark County, 35, Havana 6 at the half. And, man, I'm not getting much of anything from else around here on this app. We'll check. Oh, there's one. East Peoria, 13, Canton 7 at the half. As that'll be it for those. We'll probably have some more come in later today. As I'll have Coach Arnold down there in Bushnell send me. He always has a nice pickup of all the local scores. Halftime has ended. About 2 or 3 more minutes for stretching here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Cyclones back onto the field as we'll switch that over to the third quarter. And Catherine Latterman, thank you for sending out that message saying that we couldn't really understand what was going through. And again, if I messed up somebody's name, tell me so that I'm able to rectify that later down the line. There we go as we set for the third quarter. Cyclones still leading the Peoria Heights Patriots. And now we get set up. It'll be the Cyclones kicking off in the third quarter. As man, I went to another website to see and get any local scores. They have nothing. Not a single game for scores. So we'll just have to wait for a little while as we get set up for the second half. 28-6 your score. And Nelson does a little bit of a squib kick, and it's off the head of a player. Just couldn't get a hold of it. Almost. At least it was able to kick down for a while as the onside went into more of a squib look. And now at the 35-yard line, that's where the Patriots will get set up. As I totally forgot that I had Wayne's mic off. Wayne, if you're got your headset on, you finally have your mic on.
Yeah, I thought it was off. I didn't want to start speaking and just be left to deaf ears.
Well, it's not like anybody cares about what you say anyway.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm just messing with you. 1st and 10, shotgun formation back into that Twins right. As they're going to mess with it. He gets past 2 arm tackles and finally taken down at about the 42-yard line with forward progression. Turns a little bit of a broken play into a nice gain for about 5. And gets set for second down.
Cyclones had a great first half. It's all about tightening up the screws, locking down all the hatches, barricading the doors, and just not letting anything pass.
So 2nd and 5. Shotgun formation once again, looking to pass, has a cross route, takes it, and just a great hit. Xavier Hilton gets everybody pumped up on that sideline on a great coverage tackle. And a loss of maybe 1, and a third down play now. Be third down. Looking to pass. He tries to get out of the collapsing pocket and can't. On the sack, Clayton Hunt and Carter hits with a double sack and down on about a loss of 10. So a 4th and long for the Patriots. Fourth and 12. Get the punting unit back out. 10 minutes remaining here in this third quarter as the Cyclones lead. Back deep to return, Xavier Hilton. As he's able to get the punt off. A little bit of a UFO look as it goes out of bounds. Or past the 40, so we'll see exactly where they place it. They're going to give it to the 40-yard line. It's where the ball goes out of bounds, not where it lands at any rate. First, second half drive for the Cyclones. As West Prairie Southeastern leads 28-6. This game brought to you by McDonough Telephone Cooperative and MDH, McDonough District Hospital. First and 10, shotgun formation, and it's going to be a handoff, and he loses it, able to get right back as he's able to juke by a few players and finally taken down past the 45-yard line. Makes something out of nothing there on the almost fumbled ball. Second and 3, we'll say. And it looks like down there they're trying to signal for something on the Patriots sideline. Back to shotgun. This time a handoff to Austin Nelson. Nelson gets upfield, gets a nice push. He's got one man to beat down the sideline. The safety's there trying to get to him, and he takes a wrong turn. Touchdown, Cyclones. Austin Nelson on the run as he gets in for another touchdown for the Cyclones team. Now 34-6. Nelson able to push upfield. Saw he had the left man contained, completely boxed out, able to get upfield. That safety just kind of took a bad pursuit at it. Couldn't get much of anything once he committed. And that one is short for the 2-point conversion attempt failure. 34-6 your score, 8:53 remaining. We'll take a break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
And we're back here from the quick break. 34-6 your score on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Game also brought to you by McDonough District Hospital. McDonough District Hospital athletic trainers in the MDH Rehabilitation Center with locations in Bushnell and Macomb. As they're going to pick that one up, gets through upfield, gets it about the 40-yard line, and finally tackled down. So I can finish that ad read later. 8:47 remaining, 1st and 10 for the Patriots. McDonough District Hospital Athletic Trainers and the MDH Rehabilitation Center with locations in Bushnell and Macomb provide expert help to Cyclone student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. And at the half, it looks like Pawnee Indians leading the West Central Heat 40-6. That's another halftime score here. As they're going to turn right side of the sideline, get about 4 on the gain. A nice pickup. Another one. Rushville Industry Rockets lead the Abington Avon Tornadoes 32-6. Travis Brown on the refereeing job for that one. Second and about 7 here. Looking to pass. He fumbles that one. Picked up. Carter hits on the recovery, and it'll be Cyclones ball. Cyclones with another great offensive drive opportunity in enemy territory.
Once again, great field position for the Cyclones, starting it off at the 40.
Looking to hand the ball off. Xavier Hilton gets sidelined. Can't get much of anything going after that as he's tackled. Gets back up onto maybe the 40-yard line. We'll see where the officials place it. They do place it back once, so loses yardage on the run. Second and 11. Kramer, shotgun, hands it off. Nelson turns upfield, gets past 1, gets past 2. He gets past 3, has 1 man to beat, and he does. Another touchdown run. Austin Nelson, they extend this lead 40-6.
As the offense revs it up, so does the sideline.
Oh, man. At halftime, BPC leading 61 to Metro East Lutherans 0. Lane Huffman for BPC has 7 touchdowns, 6 rushing on 195 yards. Looking to pass, Kramer launches it, corner tipped, caught, but he'll be out of bounds. A great pickup. 40-6 to score, 7:20 remaining. We'll take a break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
You get the opportunity to see so many different things that if you worked at a bigger hospital, you may not be able to see. You know, work is not just about the job, it's also about the people that work alongside you, and we have the best teamwork. They're like a second family. Sometimes you can't get that feeling other places.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Austin Nelson set to kick it off once again after 2 straight touchdowns. I think he'd be tired. I know I would. That's why I played lineman, so I did not have to run. Set to go. This one, a straight shot picked up On the fake reverse, he's going to try and pick it up, but I don't think anybody fell for that reverse. He flips it right back around. There's Brody Cordell, and he fumbles it out of the other side, and that'll say a forward pass, so stops that play dead. A little bit of a good attempt, but it looks like he is down, a little bit slow to get up. And stumbling out of the way. That is Finn Heath, the main receiver for the Patriots, and they'll take him out. They'll have to. He's limping and holding his stomach. I don't know.
Maybe got the wind knocked out of him a little bit.
Well, yeah, but give him at least one play is not going to break his heart.
No, I don't think so either.
If you see one of your players get up and reacting like that, just to be sure. They must have had 9 men in. So he'll get past, and quarterback's running. He's got a lot of room, and he almost trucks over Aiden Akers. And Aiden able to hold on. Aiden, I don't think, was thinking he'd go straight for him.
Yeah, that was definitely a big hit.
But, that kind of shows what you don't do in an open-air tackle is you got to keep them feet moving. You cannot hold down your feet and stop. They'll double check on him. And Aiden will come back and lay down. Might have had a quick cramp, or it does look like maybe a wind knocked out of him. At any rate, we'll keep up on him. As they'll put it on the ground, another fumble, and another Cyclone recovery. Mikey Kitch able to get the recovery this time. And this defensive line, I've been talking to them all game for a reason. I love watching this team play. The defense is so great. I just like seeing a team with a good defense. There's only so many shootouts you can see that it gets a little monotonous.
Well, you know what they say, the best offense is a good defense.
You know what a better offense is?
Good offense.
A good offense. It's hit off. Xavier Hilton gets past 2, gets past 3, and he is stopped down. Gets a gain of maybe 1 or 2. Looks like we have a few more here in the 8th man. Oh, it looks like we do have Xavier Hilton down. As he gets the timeout, looks like maybe a cramp. Brody Cordell will come in for Hilton. Some more 8-man scores here. Ridgewood 28, Polo 20 as Ridgewood leads. Alden Hebron 40 as Galva still nothing. And Elmwood Brimfield losing 23-0 against El Paso Griffey. As the Lincoln Trail merges with the Prairie Conference, seeing some new matchups here. 2nd and 10. Keeper Cram, and he just got nowhere to go as the defense had that scouted. So 3rd and about 11 now with 3:50 remaining. 5:30 remaining.
Numbers.
Yeah, it happens.
Happens to the best of us.
It happens a lot more to me because I talk before I think.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, it happens. 3rd and long. Yeah, I tell you, that's why I'm here. If I was perfect at announcing, I'd be, doing that for some big city. But why do I want to do that? I hate big cities.
Who doesn't?
3rd and long. Cam looks to pass. He's got a blitz. He over right side, launches it. A little bit too low. Catches it. Touchdown. Touchdown Cyclones. Are they not going to call it a touchdown? There's a flag holding.
Classic.
Dang it. What a catch still. I don't care if it didn't count. What a great catch. Tips it around to get it down. Man, that would have been so good. Okay, so they'll move him back 10, and we'll do the same play over again and get the same result. That's just how it should happen.
That's the plan. That's the dream.
3rd and long. Don't want to do the math for that one. So it's still two-man tight. Kramer shotgun. He's going to be keeper right side, and he's got a bowls over the intended tackler. What a hit, Cam Kramer, as he's able to lay the pine. But it'll still be 4th and long at the 30-yard line. They need to get down to about the 15. Fourth and long, shotgun. It'll be a shovel pass. Upfield, Carter hits. He gets past one and cannot get to the first down marker, so it'll be turnover on downs. Peoria Heights ball, 40-6. They've tried that shovel pass a few times, and a couple times they've been able to get a good gain, and a few times they've just been able to see right through it. So 1st and 10. Peoria Heights will get a chance offensively, try to get something going. Had that first touchdown in the first quarter. Nothing since. Looks like checking in on the Bushnell game. The game has just started their second half. Still 61-0 as the Spartans lead. Looking to pass left side. He's got a few, has one chance, and it is caught, but a flag down on the offensive line. Most likely another hold on a long pass. We'll see. They are talking to the Patriots, however. So, nope, inadvertent flag, so they'll keep on moving. Keep it trucking. First down for the Patriots. First and 10, past the 40-yard line to the 43 on the catch. And on that catch was Finn Heath, the one player who kind of came up a little bit low and was clutching his arm there. Looks like he is good enough to keep on rolling in the slot wide receiver spot. First and 10, it's going to be a QB sneak, and he gets a nice gain before he's finally down. And they're going to keep on moving, man. Huddle gets all the way past the 50-yard line to the 47. So it'll be second and real short.
That's one of those plays where just keep moving, the feet comes into play. I mean, just look how many Cyclones were on him. He just kept powering through.
Exactly. You can't stop the feet no matter what. As they'll say roll the clock. They'll say roll the clock. They'll keep saying roll the clock. Hey, there we go.
Clock is rolling, confirmed.
I don't know. See, I thought they had taken a timeout there with that whistle, so that's what confused me. At any rate, 2:18 there. 40-6. Still Twins left. Gets past one. Carter able to get a hit on the left side. Tackled down by Clayton Hunt. Still gets a first down on the completion. Clayton Hunt, your homecoming king. And we do have an injury as he'll set down. That is Kaysen Davis, number 14, the sophomore. So with that injury, we'll take a quick break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
When my parents told me they'd be using Adam's experts, I felt a bit replaced. I mean, they always called me to remove their viruses or get their printer connected to Wi-Fi. He even set up their new Roku.
How do I adopt a new son?
But then he taught me a few things. And now, we're like tech brothers.
Adam's Experts. Repair, maintenance, and setup for all your home technology needs.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. .137 remaining here in this third quarter. Just had to run out of the crow's nest right back to my car and grab my third water bottle up here. I couldn't keep talking. Now I'm out of breath from actually running up all those stairs. 2nd and 10. High formation. It's going to be a sweep left side. Gets a nice block from the quarterback. Just slows him down a little. Gets maybe a loss of 1. Not much of anything. 40-6, 120 remaining. And let's say third and 11. Defensive line still doing well up front with Clayton Hunt coming in, as well as Austin Nelson on that linebacker positions. Look at the pass. He's got one man open downfield. He's going to look to chuck it, and he can't get a hold of it. I was thinking more about on the yard after catch more than the hands, and it'll be 4th and long. Fourth and long, 44 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. As we'll see most likely a pass play here. I mean, at this point, down this much, it's no real use to keep on trying to punt and get a better position. You might as well start going for it.
Absolutely.
I formation. Double tight. Looks to pass. And almost gets a hit as that is tipped. I believe Nelson might have gotten a hand on it. That's why it went down towards the thigh of the intended receiver. But in any case, it'll be another turnover on downs, and the Cyclones get the ball. Another offensive drive on for the Cyclones. This game brought to you by the Sports Corner 124, Macomb's original local sports bar. Is the Sports Corner 124. With a focus on local sports. Catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at 124. Excuse me, at the Sports Corner at 124. All while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. And a timeout on the field now for the, looks like the, which one is it? I can't. I mean, I assume it was Peoria Heights. We'll just go with that. Peoria Heights timeout. We'll take a break.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
I like to make time for my patients. I don't ever want anyone to feel rushed. I'm happy to sit and talk for as long as they need. And sometimes that puts me behind in my schedule, but I think it's...
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. First and 10 after timeout. Xavier Hilton fighting through as he is finally tackled down, gets a gain of about 4. .23 seconds remaining here in this third quarter as the Cyclones handily have just kind of controlled the second half. And they'll just wait it out. So we'll get set for the fourth quarter here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 40-6 your score.
When my parents told me they'd be using Adam's experts, I felt a bit replaced. I mean, they always called me to remove their viruses or get their printer connected to Wi-Fi. He even set up their new Roku.
How do I adopt a new son?
But then he taught me a few things. And now, we're like tech brothers.
Adam's Experts. Repair, maintenance, and setup for all your home technology needs.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. Some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care. Some people like to take more of a holistic. And I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the...
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, as we get set for the fourth quarter here, and not much of anything going on the rush. Maybe a loss of 1. Xavier Hilton can't get it to go. 3rd and 7. Kramer gets the ball in. The play in. Kind of have to have a play before the ball.
The ball's been there.
Yeah. Tell you don't see too many impromptu plays. Hands off Austin Nelson as he gets a nice gain, almost the first down. Gain of 6. It'll be a 4th and short. There you go, down marker guy. Oh, hello. You know what I love is when I set an alarm for something. I look at it and I go, what is this alarm set for? And it just says alarm, so I have no idea what I set this alarm for. Something. I was supposed to. Shoelaces, there we go. That's what it was. Getting ready for today and completely tore out every shoelace in my foot instead of untying the knot. Guess I was running a little bit too late. Sweep left side. Xavier Hilton, he's going to get the first down. And more as he's down past the 40-yard line. Looks like Brigham Gray came up a little bit limping. So maybe a cramp. He's able to just walk it off. Walking around a little bit like a British guardsman.
Even once this September weather starts rolling in, it's very important to Keep drinking your water even though it's cold. You don't feel like you need it. Prevents cramps.
Water and bananas, bro. 1st and 10. Same play. And a little bit of a different result as that one is down. Maybe a gain of 1. Second and 9, 9:18 remaining. So Westbury will continue to keep it on the ground, keep things moving as they inch closer to another win. Hands the ball off, and man, what a head of steam on that run. It's 14, Aiden Horn on the rush. Heard his name a lot during the JV games past year. Junior getting some reps. Another handoff and another long gain as it's passed for a first down. Cyclones keep things rolling here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, brought to you by Western Illinois University. At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't blend in because purple stands out. At WIU, there's limitless potential with campuses in Macomb, Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out. And it'll be a sweep and is able to be tipped. That's a fumble. Fall on it. It looked like everybody was standing around not really sure what was going on. The sweep was tipped and it will go towards the Peoria Heights Patriots. A little miscommunication there on the third fumble of the day, 4th turnover overall.
I think most people thought it was an attempted pass.
Well, technically, you could say it was a attempted pass. You know, lateral behind. At any rate, 7:54 remaining here in the 4th. 40-6 your score as the Cyclones continue to lead. Have had the lead most of the game. Looking to pass. Fakes one. Steps up in the pocket, and he has an open lane. Left side. He gets past one, gets past two, and he's got Xavier Hilton to help. And Xavier slows him down. Everybody else is finally able to wrap him up and finish past the 50-yard line to about the 46-yard. Nice run on the scramble. So, Patriots get the first down. Peoria Heights will continue to try and get back onto the scoreboard, as they scored once in the first quarter. Haven't sniffed the end zone since.
Cyclones just got to keep their defense, keep the train on the tracks with this one.
Looking, and can't get much of anything. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. You know, which number is that? His jersey's completely rolled up. I can't quite see. He's talking to the referee now down there for the offensive line, as the play was already dead, and he was still wrapped up on the ground, holding on to Mikey Kitch's leg. And Kitch was sitting there just going, "Come on, bro. Come on. The play's dead. Come on, bro." So referee down there talking to him, going, "Hey, man, next time we're going to have to call you for that. Just kind of be cool, all right?" 6:30 remaining in this one. Still 2nd down and 10. I formation at the 46-yard line. Looking to pass. He's got 3 men he could go to, and he's going to try and scramble again. This time he gets a gain of 5, gets a gain of 10. 15 as he jukes past one and finally tackled down by Brody Cordell. We'll have to see. You know, it's one of the things, if you go into zone coverage, you have a chance of having that big, long touchdown pass like before. But if you keep on going, and man, you got wide open lanes for him to run through. He's just a great rusher. Hands it off. He gets one stiff arm and a nice gain, but finally tackled down past the 20-yard line. They're now into the red zone.
Once the defense gets comfortable on that pass coverage, it's really easy for a lane to open up for runs like that to happen where the quarterback just sees open field and just goes for it.
It's going to be a quarterback keeper up the middle as he's stopped down as a whole bunch of players down at the 20-yard line. .440 remaining, 3rd and short, about 1 yard to go. As the Patriots just try to get into the end zone one last time today. Here's the West Prairie Southeastern Cyclones. Lead homecoming, and they'll take a timeout, so we will as well on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Lab. Sent by MDH. Hands it off. It's going to be a flea flicker. He looks to pass, and he's got one man in his way, trying to get something going, turns it around. He gets past another defender. He's got blockers right side. He's going to get the first down and more. Past the 10-yard line, past the 5, and in for the fumble. They did not call him down. That was a fumble because it had to be. Referee, was it a fumble or not? We need an official call, man. If that's a fumble, that might have been the funniest fumble I've ever seen in my life.
Quite the wacky play.
Oh, my gosh. We got 3 referees handing it off, but not the official one. They're switching out balls. That is a fumble. All right. What a great. See, this is just weird. I'm not used to seeing the white hat not making the official call because he did not make a move or anything. That's odd. But in any case, a fumble off. He tried to reach it out, got tipped around, got caught in the small of his back there, and he was just laid it up perfectly for a pickup.
The referee just wanted to keep it a bit of a secret. He is big on surprises.
I guess so, So it will be Cyclone football on the 2-yard line, I-formation fullback dive most likely. As they do, and gets a nice gain up to about the 5-yard line. So we've had in 2 games, 2 different types of referees. We had one that didn't tell us the official call, and the other one who at Rockford had the whole mic up and everything and forgot that the mic was on and shouted third down like 20 times.
At least.
Blitz coming and still gets the ball off on a nice pickup down past the 10. So that'll be third down for the Cyclones.
Definitely heard a lot about third downs last game.
Mm-hmm. As they'll get set up. It'll be 3rd and about 1 for the Cyclones. Probably another fullback dive. It's been working. This time they go with the sweep right, gets past 1. He's got 1 safety to beat, and he's able to finally get past on the 25-yard line. Nice play on the rush, and it'll be about 3 minutes remaining in this game, but it is a flag down, most likely a hold. The chains did move, so they'll have to come right back. Thanks for that. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense, excuse me. So tack on another 15 and keep things moving. Have to bring that up and see kind of what happened there. I was kind of focused on the run. I did not see from behind. So that'll be a 1st and 10 on the 40, well, about the 39.79 yard line.
With a call like unsportsmanlike conduct, it could be a wide variety of anything.
Yep. And that'll be another flag. We'll see false start or offsides. It is a legal procedure, so moving back 5 and trying again. Ooh, can't really see from that angle what really happened. I do believe it'd be one of the 2 defensive linemen there on the right side. .222 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 1st and 15, I formation. Hands it off, fullback dive, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and not much less. Aiden Horn on the rush. So it'll be 2nd and 15. Switching a little bit the offensive line, Jono Nelson comes in for Andre Roberts. Hands it off. They had a cut block and maybe a gain of 1.
These short gains and long possessions are really playing to the Cyclones' advantage with the clock, running down as much time as they possibly can.
As we get close to the last minute of this game, quick check-in, 64-8, your BPC Metro East Lutheran score, as looks like a field goal was made. And it's going to be a sweep left, has 1 blocker, gets past the other one, and is just stopped down at past the 40 to the 41 at the 52-second mark at the 4th and 9. As for the Spartans, Osmond Perelku, the kicker, must have got one in. Haven't seen a field goal attempt from the Cyclones this year. Last year we saw a few with Jensen Laughlin at the helm. Austin Nelson, the new kicker for him, as I just dropped my roster sheet. 21 seconds remaining. We'll see if they take a play or not. This will be the end of the homecoming game. 40-6 will be your final, as the Cyclones are able to win here at the home. First home game for them here in Scioto. as they'll take the delay of game call. Moving back 5 and let it roll. Austin Nelson coming in as well as Clayton Hunt and Brigham Gray. So they'll punt it off just to make sure that they don't get a quick score off here. 40-6 might be your final. We'll see after this punt return. Could have a Jets situation here. They'll get up close. And the punt is off. Nice one, as that is the final buzzer. Muffs it down, picks it back up, and it'll be 40-yard line. 35, back up to 40, a flag. Did you call a flag? 2 flags. It's the last play of the game. They're down 40-6, and we call 2 flags. Okay. I guess we'll see what the flag is. I don't know. I mean, both teams are lined up.
They're going to wave one. Yep, looks like they're going to wave them.
Yep, it looks like. Yep, looks like they'll wave both the flags. So that'll be your final 40-6, your score, as the Cyclones are able to win here at homecoming and a first home game. You always love to see it. Cyclones continue their unbeaten streak so far, as we'll have to see next week. I do believe that I will be in Macomb. Oh, excuse me. It'll be a away game in Macomb instead of in Scioto. I think Chris Frankhauser will be doing the Scioto game. Don't know for sure, but most likely that'll be it. Still have to try and talk Wayne into going on a away game Friday. He doesn't know that. He's just learned about that right now.
I had a feeling.
Yeah, not going to lie. It is what it is. What are you going to do? Say no? What else are you doing right now?
Exactly.
Waiting around for the Army to tell him what to do. So 40-6. We thank you for watching here on Homecoming. Great win for the Cyclones. We look to get another one next week here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. With this West Prairie game brought to you by McDonough Telephone Cooperative. We thank you for watching.